Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Even if or when there's going to be a peace in Ukraine, or a ceasefire, temporary, or let's say a lasting peace, there are going to be three pillars who will be still profiting. The three pillars, as I call them, the profiteers, will still make a profit. They arranged things in such a way through their politicians that with war or without war, they are still winning. In this case, I will show you how the military-industrial complex, or better put, the arms manufacturing companies, the weapons, the guys who build weapons, with war, with the Ukraine war or without the Ukraine war, they're still going to make billions and billions of dollars. With war and without war. So, let me show you. Ukrainska Pravda. European Commission President unveils 800 billion euros European Union Rearmament and Ukraine Support Plan. So, even if the war in Ukraine ends peacefully, okay, it's only peace, the arms manufacturing companies will still make a profit. Why? I will explain. First, the three pillars of which I'm talking is the international banking system. They will make profits regardless if there's a war in Ukraine or not. Why? The arms that would have been sent to Ukraine, and they are sent over there, they don't amount to $800 billion. In this case, euros, the same kind of thing. They amount to, as of now, about $200 billion. So after the war ends, the money, the weapons these guys were transferring to Ukraine, the little compared with 800, is nothing. So actually these guys maneuvered the whole thing, I suspect, in such a way that they were after a bigger fish, after the war profits, not during the war profits, because they make $800 billion rearmament plan. That's more than these guys wanted to give Ukraine, or they gave in 3 years. We're gonna read this article, and not only, I have about 5 articles ready. And I'm going to show you how the European Union and the banks and the energy industry will still make profits without the war. But mainly it's going to be the banking system, it's going to be the energy, obviously, and the arms manufacturing companies. How? In order to make weapons. How do you make weapons? Well, you need brains, right? You got human beings, you got your baboons over there. Then you need someone to build them, so you need hands to do it. Then you need facilities, right? And you need energy for all this. Facilities to build, you need energy, like, I don't know, electricity, for instance. You need maybe coal and gas. Maybe you need oil, transport, and all that. So the third pillar, which is the energy, the natural resources pillar, is going to getting fatter. Why? It's going to have to fuel the production of $800 billion worth of weapons, which are built with resources. Now, where do you get the money? Not from the countries, because you can't rock the boat too much and get from the people too much, because they're going to come with pitchforks and with torches at your houses and take care of you. So then what do? You borrow. From whom exactly? From the international banking system. To build what? Weapons that you're going to do what? Those arms manufacturing companies will be selling weapons to the countries. They will make profit. You got it? Without the war, they are secured to receive $800 billion. They are the winners. Either way, I can tell you who the losers are, but hey, let's see how these guys figure this bullshit up. There she is. She is an unelected official, remember. And to put even more on her, before she was catapulted and dropped on the European Commission to be confirmed or not confirmed, she was Germany's defense minister. You know what it is? Part of the military-industrial complex. So She was catapulted, promoted, warmed in like this by the same interest to pay out, to put out, is that how he said? Now she's putting out. Why? You are the ones that are going to be putting out. You, with your asses and your families, and including me, and our children and our future. Why? We need to protect, to be protected. By whom? By these guys catapulted over there or voted with the finances provided by campaign donations in order to defend ourselves, right, from the boogeyman who is whomever they tell you it is. At this time is Putin. Next time, I mean, remember it was Kim Jong-un at one point. If they're going to make it, they're going to make Iran, the Ayatollah. They're going to make Venezuela if they want. They're going to make Cuba. They're going to make China. Whomever, if they make Humpty Dumpty if they want. That's your threat. The media will go in overdrive to support this mirage. We live in a matrix, my friends. So let's see how these guys are doing it. And by confiscating, quote unquote, it's stealing Russia's assets. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has presented a 5-step plan for the rearmament of the European Union and support for Ukraine, stressing that the key question is no longer whether Europe's security, that's you, defending you, is under threat. There's no longer whether, if. That's if. We already know the boogeyman. We said it's Putin right there. I mean, obviously, he wants to take your wife, property, Lamborghinis, and your children and send them to the gulags. Or whether more must be done. So this is, for her, it's already clear. But whether if Europe is ready to act decisively and swiftly. So she's using scare tactics. If the evil Hun, Attila, the Hun, Putin, he will come. That's a given. It's just when comes towards you, we can't defend ourselves. We're all in this. So therefore, you got to go to work, and we're going to take care of our stuff here to protect you with 800 billion euros investment. Because we already decided it's not if, is when this guy's going to attack you. The mass media told you, and the experts and the analysts. So I'm quoting, we have long known the answers to those questions. Who's we? And what kind of questions? The real question, tell me what's the real question, because I'm an idiot. In front of us, who's us, is if Europe is prepared to act as decisively as the situation dictates, and if Europe is ready and able to act with speed and with ambition that is needed. That means to go to war. With whom exactly? With the Russians? Who do you think will fight the Russians? Do you think it's going to be von der Leyen with her AK? No, she's not going to be. It's going to be your children. That's going to be the next one. You're going to have another hot war and another peace until someone gets crazy and say, you know what, guys, I'm taking my toys and I'm going to see Moses or whomever, or Jesus or whomever you want, and he pushes the button and we're all gone. Or you. I don't really give a shit. All right, von der Leyen reiterated that her earlier call for Europe to rearm. She is a salesperson. She is on the payroll, I think, itself to meet its own defense needs and support Ukraine. It goes without saying. We're linked like we have an umbilical cord between Europe and Ukraine somehow. To this end, all right, she gives us the solution, has sent to the European leaders ahead of the EU summit outlining a 5-step rearmament plan. The first part of the plan involves freeing up state funds for national defense spending. It's freeing. Is not diverting. So instead of you have funds, you from building schools or infrastructure, you're gonna give it to the arms manufacturing companies. All right. Let's go to the second element. It is a new instrument providing 150 billion euros in loans to EU member states for defense investments. Investments meaning getting air defense systems, artillery, missiles, ammunition, drone. And who's giving exactly the loans? Who's gonna give the loans? Huh? All right, let's go to the third one. The third one is leverage the EU budget. There's it's a lot we can do, who's we, in this domain in the short term that's short term, 800 billion, to direct more funds towards defense related investments. Got investments, getting those guys. You got it? And where's the fourth one? We got a fourth one. What are the 5 ones? The final 2 steps involved mobilizing private capital. What's the private capital, you think? By expanding the investment market and using the European Investment Bank. Europe is ready to assume its responsibility that you dictate, baby doll. ReArm Europe could mobilize close to 800 billion euros of defense expenditures for a safe and resilient Europe. Ura! Ceausescu PCR. There you go. You got that? And these are the winners. And I got another one here. Ukraine form. Von der Leyen rolls out 800 billion euros ReArm Europe program, and we find out that the same thing, 150 billion defense budget program. All right, that's security. The bloc security is threatened in a very real way. Ooh, I'm scared. Next one. European countries agree on issue confiscating Russian assets worth $200 billion. And that's, I've already covered this in another video before this. And they are the 3 baboons: France, Germany, and the United Kingdom, and other countries. So that is, I'm going to take all your money. It's always good to be the bank. I don't know, you were children at one point, right? And you sometimes went in, had some little organizations in school or whatever groups you have, or friends, and you organize something. Say, okay, let's put the money together so we can do something. And the person who starts talking, let's put this, and he already assumed the position of a leader of all of you. Then he says, I will get the money, or someone is going to get the money, is going to keep the budget. The person who gets the budget is going to have the money, your money, that this person is going to disperse at his will because he already organizes the whole thing. Sometimes the person who organizes is the same person who will collect the money. He will make decisions for you, but he's the guy. You're over there, you're just a hamster, a mouse, a gerbil on the spinning wheel for me to go over there with your resources, with your money, with your children, with your countries, and deal with others. But he's your leader somehow. So this is because alone, without you, all of you who are supporting me, I'm weak and I can't do that. Let's say Germany. Germany take on Russia. No. United Kingdom? No. France? No. So not even the 3 of them. Together, they don't dare to go and take on Russia in any way. But they get other little baboons: Romania, Albania, Czech Republic, Poland, the Baltic states, Italy. They get all these guys and they will manage right there. They will manage the money and they will freeze and will use the Russian assets in the name of Europe. But actually is one, Great Britain. That's the only one. Great Britain. France is right here and Germany is just brought for a vote. When they need a vote, hey, Germany, come over here. You got the greatest economy. Come over here. And we have Germany here too. You know what I mean? Without all this, none of these weaklings would challenge anything but small little baboons. Saddam Hussein would have been still around if United States of America did not want to take care of him. Because these guys would not have attacked anybody. They're just, as I always say, they're old ladies of the night that nobody wants to lay down with them anymore. But they think they still have it. You don't. Not even together. There are some other big sheriffs in town. United States of America, Russia, China. India is coming over. You are gone. Unfortunately, Europe was destroyed by the same enemies. The United States will be destroyed eventually. And when these guys, the pole of power, global power, falls, the same group who screwed these guys up are going to jump ship to the next pole. Why? Because they're too small. They always use others to fix their things, global things, and lead and be in charge. Now, United States of America, if tomorrow United States of America is 0, they're going to jump to Russia. They're going to jump to China. It's kind of hard to jump to China because they don't look like that. You know what I mean? So they're going to be pointing, who the fuck are you? But they will come with something. Diversity is our strength over there too. And they will, baboon the Chinese as well as they baboon the Europeans. So here, my friends, the winner is the military-industrial complex, the arms manufacturing companies who will win during the war or without war, the banking system, international banking system, and the natural resource industry. Now, we are the winners as well. Some of us, win and lose, which is we, if needed be by some, can clearly see who these guys are and clearly see who are the people promoting those interests, not yours, in the name of keeping you safe against the boogeyman right there. Oh, we're gonna take your money away and your future away from your children. Think about that. But hey, there's democracy formed by the opinion makers, the manufacturing of opinion, the operatives in the media. And we have democracy. Jesus Christ, we are in the same serfdom as we were before, but we are a little bit more babooned. Oh, no. Democracy. You have a say, but we count the votes. Oh, you have a say, but we have the media that's going to tell you. You have a say, but we have the government officials are going to make the curriculum for your children to be regimented in the, I'm going to go to work 9 to 5. I'm going to go and pay my taxes. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to follow the laws. And I'm going to everything I learned in school. Stay in the bench. But everybody else over there, they do something else. You realize that with age. You think, so I was a baboon all these years? Yeah, you were. You followed the law? Great. Follow the rules? Great. That's where they want you. Shut the fuck up, keep your mask on, stay in the basement, take everything we give you, watch the stupid TV, and thank you very much. And keep quiet. That's the most important. Well, when you tell you to say something, then you say it the way we had the operatives tell you how to say it. The media tells you who to love and who to hate. Why? Because you're too lazy. You're too lazy to go and do the research on your own. And not only too lazy, sometimes you're tired, sometimes you have life problems that don't give you the ability to go and say, you know what, I'm going to go half an hour, I'm going to go over all news, I'm going to read this book, I'm going to read that book. You don't have time, you don't have the mood. That's exactly what they want. They want you tired, mentally, physically, so you don't have time to take care of them. When they prompt you, hey, come over here, let's vote, then you're going to vote with what you heard from others, and the mass media is clear, easy poison. That's what they do. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So we won to a certain extent by looking around and see who's who, what's what. But anyway, some people lost lives, some people lost loved ones, and so on. They don't care. How do I know that? I remember Madeleine Albright, what she says about the approximately 500,000 Iraqi children who died of starvation imposed on sanctions by the good people. She said, when she was asked in that interview on 60 Minutes, do you think it was worth the sanctions and the consequences were 500,000 Iraqi children? Her answer was positive. Yeah, I think it was. So she didn't give a fuck. She's as she was, but she didn't give a shit about children of Iraqi descent. So when I heard that, then I was like, okay, that's a confirmation again. Clip, problem solved. Next one. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.